The 68th Annual Dallas Regional Spelling Bee, presented by the Dallas Sports Commission, sponsored by Leon Capital Group and Southwest Airlines. Here's your host for the competition, WFAA's Dia Wall.
This is it, the culmination of hard work and preparation for 26 students hoping to spell their way to a championship. One by one, word by word, welcome to the 68th Annual Dallas Regional Spelling Bee. Hello and welcome to our WFAA studio, the home for this year's competition. I'm Dia Wall. There's a lot of excitement and a few nerves in this room right now. A win today means a trip to the Scripps National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C. And this is the prize at stake. We are so thrilled to have the Scripps National Spelling Bee trophy right here with us today, also alongside the coveted Dallas Regional Spelling Bee trophy that's a visual reminder for the students of what they've been working so hard to win. But before they can compete for that coveted trophy, they have to go head-to-head against the dictionary today in our Regional Bee. Let's introduce you to our judges for the Bee. First, we are honored to have Dr. Jacques Bailey join us as our head pronouncer. Dr. Bailey is an associate professor and director of graduate studies at the University of Vermont, and perhaps more notably, has served as the head pronouncer at the Scripps National Spelling Bee since 2003, and was the 1980 Scripps National Spelling Bee champion himself. Dr. Bailey, thank you so much for being here today. What is your message for our spellers?
Oh goodness, we just want you all to spell the word correctly. You may not believe that, but the four of us here, we want every one of you to spell every word correctly, and we will do everything we can to help you do that.
Our other Bee officials today, our head judge, Quitman, also known as Q Stevens. We know him around these parts as, again, Q, an attorney and director at Crow and Dunlevy. He's a former two-time Dallas Regional Spelling Bee champion. We also have Rohan Raja joining us at the judges table today, a 2019 Scripps National Spelling Bee champion, and he continues his passion for spelling by judging and conducting bees just like this one. Finally joining us today as a judge is Fernando De Leon, CEO of Leon Capital Group. He's a former winner of the South Texas Regional Spelling Bee. Gentlemen, welcome. This is a traditional spell down. Each speller will receive one word per round, and standard National Spelling Bee rules apply today. If a student starts to spell a word, they may start over. The sequence of letters already spelled cannot be changed. If a student spells correctly, they move on to the next round of competition. If a student spells the word incorrectly, you'll hear a bell. That means that student is eliminated. If every student in a round misspells, all the students in that round come back into the competition. Spellers will have a limited amount of time to spell their given word. Think of it like a shot clock in basketball. Judges will monitor a competitor's time, and after 2 minutes, the speller will enter crunch time and faces automatic elimination if they do not spell before an additional 30 seconds expires. And they are able to see the countdown right in front of them. Also, it's not just spelling. You've got to know what the word means, because every fourth round, there will be a vocabulary round. And with that, let's begin the 68th Dallas Regional Spelling Bee. Dr. Bailey, take it away.
Your word is slab. This is a comparatively thick plate or slice of something, as of metal, stone, wood, or food. Slab.
Slab. S-L-A-B. Slab.
That's correct.
Your word is daisy. This is a low European herb having flower heads with small white or pink ray flowers and yellow disc flowers. Daisy.
Can I have all the information?
Certainly. Daisy is originally from English. It's a noun. It means a low European herb having flower heads with small white or pink ray flowers and yellow disc flowers. As in, Flora picked a daisy out of the garden to put in her hair. Daisy.
Daisy. Can you repeat the word one more time?
Daisy.
Daisy. D-A-I-S-Y. Daisy.
That's correct.
Hi, Rhea.
Hello.
Coach.
Coach. May I have the definition, please?
A coach is one who instructs players in the fundamentals of a competitive sport and directs team strategy.
Coach. C-O-A-C-H. Coach.
That's correct.
Hi, Casey.
Hello.
Your word is thorn. This is the runic letter thorn used in Old English and Middle English for either of the sounds of modern English, as in thin and then, and in Icelandic in early use for either of the same two sounds, but in modern use it's only used for th as in thin.
Thorn. Thorn.
That's correct.
Hi, Liam.
Hello.
Giggle.
May I have the definition?
Giggle is to laugh in an affected or silly manner.
Giggle. G-I-G-G-L-E. Giggle.
That's correct.
Hi, Cash.
Hi.
Onion.
Onion? May I have the definition?
Onion is a widely cultivated plant that has slender, hollow, tubular leaves and an edible rounded bulb, is notable for its strong, sharp smell and taste, and is widely used as a vegetable.
Onion. O-N-I-O-N. Onion.
That's correct.
Hi, Avishka.
Hi.
You can go ahead and lift it up a little, I think. Talent.
Can I have all the information?
Talent is from a word that passed from Greek to Latin to English, featured in a biblical parable. Talent is a noun. A talent is a special innate or developed aptitude for an expressed or implied activity, usually of a creative or artistic nature. Sterling's talent for basketball is a combination of natural ability and years of hard practice.
Talent. Can you repeat the word?
Talent.
Talent. T-A-L-E-N-T. Talent.
That's correct.
Portal.
Could I have all of the information, please?
Portal is from Latin-derived French. Portal is a noun. A portal is a door, a gate, an entrance. It's especially a grand or imposing one. In his poem, The Inferno, when Dante passes through the portal of hell, he reads the message, "Abandon hope, all who enter here." Portal.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Portal.
Portal. P-O-R-T-A-L. Portal.
That's correct.
Hi.
Hey.
Useful.
Could you give me all the information?
Useful is formed from a word that passed from Latin to French to English, plus an English element. Useful is an adjective meaning advantageous, especially producing or having the power to produce good. The internet is useful for finding information quickly. Useful.
Useful. U-S-E-F-U-L. Useful.
That's correct.
This word has a homonym. The word is scent. This scent is to perceive by the olfactory organs, to smell.
Could you repeat the word?
Scent.
S-C-E-N-T. Scent.
That's correct.
Hi, Johan.
Hi.
Endure.
Can I have the definition, please?
Certainly. To endure is to undergo as a hardship or difficulty, especially without faltering, giving in, or breaking. To suffer. I have endure, or endure.
Endure. E-N-D-U-R-E. Endure.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Hi, Eva.
Hi.
Yammer.
Yammer. Y-A-M-M-E-R. Yammer.
That's correct.
Abolish.
Abolish. May I have all the information, please?
Yes, abolish came to English from French, which formed it from Latin. Abolish is a verb which means to do away with wholly. Politicians voted to abolish the outdated law. Abolish.
Can you repeat the word one more time?
Abolish.
Abolish. A-B-O-L-I-S-H. Abolish.
That's correct.
Hi, Seth. This is another word with a homonym. The word is timber. This timber means wood used for or suitable for building, as a house or a boat, or for carpentry or joinery. Timber.
Timber. T-I-M-B-E-R. Timber.
That's correct.
Hi.
Hello.
Warning.
Warning. May I have all the information, please?
Yes, warning is originally English. Warning is a noun. A warning is a notice, bulletin, or signal that serves to caution of the approach of danger. When Rosie got to the beach, she was surprised to see a warning about high surf posted near the edge of the water.
Warning. W-A-R-N-I-N-G. Warning.
That's correct.
Shaggy.
Shaggy. S-H-A-G-G-Y. Shaggy.
That's correct.
Hi, Joseph.
Hi.
Rambling.
Could you give me the definition, please?
Rambling means straying from subject to subject, often incoherent, meandering.
Rambling. R-A-M-B-L-I-N-G.
That's
Rambling.
correct.
Bystander.
May I have May I have the definition, please?
A bystander is one present but not taking part, a chance spectator.
Bystander. B-Y-S-T-A-N-D-E-R. Bystander.
That's correct.
Sunflower.
Sunflower. S-U-N-F-L-O-W-E-R. Sunflower.
That's correct.
Handyman.
Can I have all the pronunciations?
There's just the one, handyman.
Okay. Can I have the definition?
A handyman is one who performs miscellaneous or routine tasks, as about a home, public building, factory, laboratory.
Okay. Is it a noun?
Yes, it is.
Handyman. H-A-N-D-Y-M-A-N. Handyman.
That's correct.
Doneness. Doneness is the condition of being cooked to the desired degree.
Doneness. D-O-N-E-N-E-S-S. Doneness.
That's correct.
Hi, Parth.
Hi, Dr. Bailey.
Flashback.
Flashback. Can I have all the information, please?
Certainly. Flashback consists of two originally English elements. Flashback is a noun. A flashback is a literary or theatrical technique, used especially in motion pictures and television, that involves interruption of the chronological sequence of events by interjection of events or scenes of earlier occurrence. The movie used a flashback to show the early family life of the main character.
Flashback. F-L-A-S-H-B-A-C-K. Flashback.
That's correct.
Howdy. Funnel. This funnel is a utensil that typically has a hollow cone with a tube extending from the point, designed to catch and direct a downward flow of liquid or some other substance. Funnel.
Funnel. F-U-N-N-E-L. Funnel.
That's correct.
Hi. Income.
Income. Can I have all the information?
Income is from English. Income is a noun. Income is a gain or recurrent benefit that is usually measured in money and for a given period of time and derives from capital, labor, or a combination of both.
Income. I-N-C-O-M-E. Income.
That's correct.
Fade away.
Fade away. Can I have all the information?
Fade away consists of a part that passed from Latin to French to English, plus an originally English part. Fade away is a noun. In basketball, a shot made or attempted while moving away from the basket is a fadeaway. Jessie sank a fadeaway that put her team in the lead. Fadeaway.
Fadeaway. F-A-D-E-A-W-A-Y. Fadeaway.
That's correct.
Mercury or mercury.
Can I have all the information, please?
Mercury or mercury is from Latin. Mercury is a noun. Mercury is a heavy silver-white poisonous element that is the only metal liquid at ordinary temperatures. Formerly very common, mercury thermometers have been phased out due to the toxicity of the element.
Mercury. M-E-R-C-U-R-Y. Mercury.
That's correct.
Heterophony.
Could you please repeat the word?
Heterophony.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
The choir began the last verse a cappella as the lead soprano sang a highly ornamented variation on the melody, resulting in a glorious heterophony.
Heterophony. H-E-T-E-R-O-P-H-O-N-Y. Heterophony.
That's correct.
Hi, Casey. Facundity. Facundity means eloquence.
Can you give me all the information?
Facundity is from Latin. Facundity is a noun. Facundity means eloquence. Lincoln's Gettysburg Address is a shining example of facundity.
Can you repeat the word?
Facundity.
F-A-C-T-O-R-Y.
Facundity is spelled F-A-C-U-N-D-I-T-Y.
Okay, so you go sit with your folks.
Sepulchral or sepulchral. This is having a funereal quality.
May I have the language of origin?
Sepulchral or sepulchral is from Latin.
Sepulchral. S-E-P-U-L-C-H-R-A-L. Sepulchral.
That's correct.
Danseur.
May you please repeat the word?
Danseur, also danseur or danseur.
May I have all the information?
Sure. Danseur, danseur, danseur. This word is from French, which perhaps borrowed it from a Latin noun. It means a male ballet dancer. The director chose a tall, graceful danseur for the part of Siegfried in Swan Lake.
Danseur. D-O-N-S-E-I-U-R. Danseur.
Danseur is spelled D-A-N-S-E-U-R. Aikido or Aikido.
Can you repeat the word?
Aikido, Aikido.
Aikido. A-I-K-I-D-O. I-D-O. Aikido.
That's correct.
Hi, Jude.
Okay.
Chinook, Chinook, or Chinook?
Could I have all of the information, please?
Sure. Chinook is from Chehalis, a native language of the Pacific Northwest. Chinook is a noun. It means a warm, dry wind that descends the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains. The sudden rise in temperature was caused by a Chinook that rolled over the Canadian Rockies. I have three pronunciations: Chinook, Chinook, and Chinook.
Chinook. C-H-I-N-O-O-K. Chinook.
That's correct.
Howdy.
Howdy.
This word can be confused with another word. The word is feria or feria. It's a market festival in Spain and places affected by Spanish culture, often celebrating a local religious holiday as the day of a town's patron saint. So it's feria or feria.
Feria. F-E-R-I-A. Feria.
That's correct.
Artesian.
Can I have all their information, please?
Artesian is from a French geographical name. Artesian is an adjective. Artesian means involving, relating to, or supplied by the upward movement of water under hydrostatic pressure in rocks or unconsolidated material beneath the Earth's surface. The water bubbling up in the pasture was coming from an artesian spring.
A-R-T-E-G-E-N.
Artesian is spelled A-R-T-E-S-I-A-N. So this word is a compound entry, and you are responsible for spelling all parts of the word entry. So your word entry is cum laude, also cum laude, or cum laude, or cum laude.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Sure. Within the first 5 minutes of meeting any new person, Brandon made sure they knew he had graduated cum laude from Harvard.
Cum laude. C-U-M-L-A-U-D-E. Cum laude.
That's correct.
Well, this one has a few variant pronunciations. There's mesial, or mesial, or mesial, or mesial, or mesial. So let's go with mesial.
Can I have all the information, please?
Sure. Mesial consists of a part that went from Greek to Latin, plus a part that went from Latin to French to English. Mesial is an adjective. Mesial means middle or median. Mesial temporal lobe epilepsy is the most common form of epilepsy in humans. Pronunciations are mesial, 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 and mesial.
Mesial. M-E-S-S-I-A-L. Mesial.
Mesial is spelled M-E-S-I-A-L. Icarian or Icarian.
Icarian. Can I have all the information, please?
Yes, Icarian is from Latin, which formed it from a Greek name. It's an adjective meaning inadequate for or incapable of bringing about an ambitious project. William's problem-solving methods are usually Icarian, but this time his approach provided the perfect solution. Icarian, Icarian.
Icarian. I-C-A-R-I-A-N. Icarian.
That's correct.
Hey, Seth.
Hello.
Lemniscus.
May I have the definition?
A lemniscus is a band of fibers, specifically a band of nerve fibers of the second neurons in the sensory path terminating in the thalamus. Lemniscus.
Lemniscus.
There you go. That sounds good.
Lemniscus.
That's correct.
Hibernaculum.
Hibernaculum. HYBERNACULUM. Hibernaculum.
Hibernaculum is spelled HIBERNACULUM. Incisiform or incisiform.
Could you give me all information?
Sure. Incisiform consists of two Latin-derived elements. It's an adjective meaning having the form of or resembling a typical tooth, adapted for cutting, shaped for cutting. The biologist studied the eruption of incisiform teeth in caribou.
Incisiform. INSIZEIFORM.
Incisiform is spelled INCISIFORM. Chrysolite.
May I have the definition, please?
Any of several yellow or greenish gems. Chrysolite.
May I have all the information, please?
The word went from Greek to Latin to French to English. Chrysolite is a noun, and chrysolite is any of several yellow or greenish gems. The mysterious woman had a beautifully cut chrysolite set into her ring.
Chrysolite. CHRYSALITE. Chrysolite.
Chrysolite is spelled CHRYSOLITE. Flauta. It's a usually corn tortilla that is rolled tightly around a filling such as meat and deep fried. Flauta.
Flauta. FLAUTA. Flauta.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Cabildo.
Cabildo. Can I have all the pronunciations?
There's just the one. Cabildo.
Is it from Spanish?
It's from Latin-derived Spanish, yes.
Can I have the definition?
A town council or a town hall in a country formerly a Spanish colony.
Cabildo. CABILDO. Cabildo.
That's correct.
Babouche.
Can I have the definition, please?
A babouche is a slipper of a style that originated in Morocco and that lacks a heel or quarters. Babouche or babouche?
Babouche. BABOUCHE. Babouche.
That's correct.
Calumet.
Calumet. Can I have all the information, please?
Sure. Calumet or calumet is from French, which formed it from a Latin word. A calumet is a noun. It means a highly ornamented ceremonial pipe of various indigenous peoples of North America that was smoked at sacrifices and other magical or religious rites and on state occasions. In 1730, a leader of the Illinois tribe presented a calumet to the governor of French New Orleans as a symbol of diplomatic alliance between their two peoples. Calumet.
Is it calumet?
Calumet or calumet?
Calumet. CALUMETTE. Calumet.
Calumet is spelled CALUMET. Glial or glial. This means of or relating to supporting tissue that is intermingled with the essential elements of nervous tissue, especially in the brain, spinal cord, and ganglia.
Can I have the language of origin?
Language of origin is Greek.
Could you repeat the word?
Glial, glial.
Glial. G-L-I-A-L. Glial.
That's correct.
This is another compound entry. The word is mea culpa. Mea culpa.
Mea culpa. Can I have all the information?
Sure. I have 3 variant pronunciations. I have mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. Mea culpa is from Latin. Mea culpa is a noun. A mea culpa is a formal acknowledgement of personal fault or error. Maxine's sincere mea culpa for her mistake won over all of her previously angry teammates.
Mea culpa. M-E-A-C-U-L-P-A. Mea culpa.
That's correct.
Caucho or caoutchouc. It's rubber, specifically the wild rubber obtained from a Brazilian tree or from a Central American tree.
Can I have all the information, please?
Caucho, caoutchouc. It's from an originally Quechua word that passed to Spanish. Caucho is a noun. Caucho is rubber. It's specifically the wild rubber obtained from a Brazilian tree or from a Central American tree. Caucho can be used to make tires and footwear.
Caucho. C-A-U-C-H-O. Caucho.
That's correct. Let's do the vocabulary round. We're on the vocabulary on page 101, and we're just starting from word number 1.
Christopher. The word is bonanza. What is the outcome of a bonanza? A punishment. B, a large profit.
Could you please spell the word?
I don't think I answer questions about that.
Could you please repeat the 2 options?
What is the outcome of a bonanza? A punishment. B, a large profit.
A punishment.
The outcome of a bonanza is a large profit. Trifle.
Trifle, okay.
A trifle is A, a small amount, or B, a tingling sensation.
A.
That's correct.
Another word for rejuvenate is A, reload. B, reinvigorate.
Could you repeat the word?
Rejuvenate. Another word for rejuvenate is A, reload. B, reinvigorate.
B, reinvigorate?
That's correct.
Dialect. What is a dialect? A regional variety of language. B, a medical procedure that removes toxins.
B.
A dialect is a regional variety of language.
Thank you.
Obscure. Something obscure is A, difficult to understand. B, lopped off, truncated.
B.
Something obscure is A, difficult to understand. Well, this word I'm instructed to spell. So the word is waiver, and it's spelled W-A-I-V-E-R. A waiver is A restaurant employee who resets tables, or B, the act of purposely giving up a known claim or right.
B.
That's correct.
Another confusable word I'm instructed to spell. Pallor. P-A-L-L-O-R. What is pallor? A, goat's milk. B, abnormal lack of color.
B, abnormal lack of color.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Another word I'm instructed to spell. Pathogen. P-A-T-H-O-G-E-N. What is a pathogen? A, an element that appears on the periodic table. B, a specific cause of a disease.
B.
That's correct.
Hydra. What is a hydra? A solution containing molecules of water. B, a many-sided problem.
B.
That's correct.
Contusion. A contusion is a type of A, bruise, B, delay.
A, bruise.
That's correct.
Embezzlement. What is embezzlement? A, the crop yield for one growing season. B, theft of money.
B, theft of money.
That's correct.
Commandeer. To commandeer is A, to offer oneself for a service without being told to participate. B, to seize possession of.
B.
That's correct.
A lepidote. This is a fish without scales.
A, lepidote. Can you give me all the information?
A lepidote is from Greek. It's a noun. It means a fish without scales. The handsaw fish is a deep sea alepidote.
A, lepidote. Can you give me all the information?
Alepidote. This word is from Greek. It's a noun. An alepidote is a fish without scales. The handsaw fish is a deep sea alepidote.
A, lepidote. A, L-E-P-I-D-O-T-E. Lepidote.
That's correct.
Seriatim or seriatim.
May I have the definition?
Seriatim means in sequence.
Seriatim. Could you please repeat the definition?
Seriatim or seriatim means in sequence.
Seriatim.
Seriatim, seriatim.
Could you please repeat the language of origin?
Latin.
Seriatim. C-I-R-R-I-A-T-U-M.
I'm sorry, seriatim is S-E-R-I-A-T-I-M. Corbeau.
May I have all the information?
Certainly. Corbeau is from Latin-derived French. Corbeau is a noun. Corbeau is a greenish black. Corbeau is an extremely dark green that is almost black and is meant to reflect the color of a crow's wing. Corbeau.
Corbeau. C-O-R-B. May I have the language of origin again?
Latin-derived French.
Oh, Corbeau.
Corbeau is spelled C-O-R-B-E-A-U. Fulgurant.
Can I have all the information?
Fulgurant, also fulgurant, and fulgurant is originally Latin. Fulgurant is an adjective meaning flashing like lightning, dazzling. Emily's fulgurant diamond brooch attracted many eyes at the dinner party. Fulgurant, fulgurant, fulgurant.
Fulgurant. It is Latin, right?
Well, it's English now, but it's from Latin.
Okay. Can you repeat the word?
Fulgurant, fulgurant, fulgurant.
Fulgurant. Fulgurant. Fulgurant.
That's correct.
Guam.
Could I have all of the information, please?
Certainly. Guam is a Pacific geographical name. It's a geographical entry. Guam is an island in the southern Marianas, unincorporated U.S. territory containing extensive U.S. military facilities. Its capital is Hagatna.
Could you repeat the word?
Sure. Guam.
Guam. G-U-A-M. Guam.
That's correct.
Pantophagus.
May I have all the information?
Sure. Pantophagus is from originally Greek parts. It's an adjective, and it means eating or requiring a variety of foods. Pantophagus. The zoologist described the bears as pantophagus because they eat any food given to them.
Pantophagus. P-A-N-T-O-P-H-O-C-U-S.
Pantophagus is P-A-N-T-O-P-H-A-G-O-U-S. Gorgonize.
Gorgonize. May I have all the information?
Gorgonize is from a Greek name. It's a verb. It means stupefy or petrify. Gorgonize. The glare of Mrs. McGillicuddy will gorgonize even the most arrogant student.
Gorgonize. G-O-R-G-O-N-I-Z-E.
That's correct.
Recipiscence.
May I have all the definition? May I have all the information, please?
Yes. Recipiscence is from Latin. Recipiscence is a noun. Recipiscence means change of mind or heart, often return to a sane, sound, or correct view or position. The soldier's severe war experience brought about in him a recipiscence marked by much regret for shortcomings in his personal life.
Recipiscence. R-E-C-I-P-I-S-C-A-N-C-E.
Recipiscence is R-E-S-I-P-I-S-C-E-N-C-E. Espagnole, or Espagnole, it's a foundation sauce made of stock thickened with flour, browned in fat with added seasonings to taste. Espagnole, Espagnole. It's from a French word.
Espagnole. E-S-P-A-N-O-L. Espagnole.
Espagnole is spelled E-S-P-A-G-N-O-L-E. Camionette or camionette?
Can I have all information, please?
Camionette or camionette is from a French word. It's a noun. A camionette is a small truck or bus. The hotel provides a camionette to shuttle guests to and from the airport. Camionette, camionette.
C-A-M-I-O-N-E-T-T-E.
That's correct.
Bosylated.
Bosylated. Can I have all the information?
Sure. I have bosylated or bosylated. It's from a French word. Bosylated is an adjective meaning marked or covered with small protrusions. The oncologist announced that the tumor he had removed was well-defined, firm, and bosylated.
Bosylated. B-O-S-C-E-L-L-A-T-E-D. Bosylated.
I'm sorry, bosselated is spelled B-O-S-S-E-L-A-T-E-D. Anthelmintic or anthelmintic. This is a drug for expelling or destroying parasitic worms, especially of the intestine. Anthelmintic or anthelmintic.
Can you repeat the word?
Anthelmintic, anthelmintic.
Anthelmintic.
Anthelmintic, anthelmintic.
Anthelmintic. A-N-T-H-E-L-M-I-N-T-H-I-C. Anthelmintic.
Anthelmintic is spelled A-N-T-H-E-L-M-I-N-T-I-C. Tortillon, tortillon.
Can I have all the information, please?
Yes. A tortillon is a small rolled paper stump used in charcoal drawing for rubbing or blending. Tortillon is from French. It's a noun. Charlotte made her own tortillon for shading and blending areas in her sketches. Tortillon, tortillon.
Tortillon. T-O-R-T-E-L-L-O-N-E. Tortillon.
Tortillon is spelled T-O-R-T-I-L-L-O-N. Silviculus.
Silviculus. Can you give me all the information?
Silviculus is from an originally Latin word and an English element. Silviculus is an adjective meaning living in or inhabiting woodlands. Some species of pheasant are entirely silviculus.
S-Y-L-V-I-C-O-L-O-U-S. Silviculus.
I'm sorry, silviculus is S-I-L-V-I-C-O-L-O-U-S. Cribbolate or cribbolate.
Can I have all the information?
Cribbolate or cribbolate is from an originally Latin word and an English element. Cribbolate or cribbolate is an adjective. It means of, having, or relating to a special spinning organ, having numerous fine perforations and situated in front of the ordinary spinning organs that is found only in spiders of certain families. The cribbolate orb weaver spiders lack venom, so instead they wrap their prey in silk. Cribbolate, cribbolate.
Please repeat the word.
Cribbolate, cribbolate.
Cribbolate. C-R-I-B-E-L-L-A-T-E. Cribbolate.
That's correct.
Meramictic.
Could you give me all of the information, please?
Meramictic was formed from originally Greek parts and an English element. Meramictic is an adjective meaning undergoing incomplete circulation at the fall overturn. It's used of a lake. The deepest portions of meramictic lakes rarely mix with the waters above, creating an oxygen-depleted environment. Meramictic.
Meramictic. M-E-R-A-M-I-C-T-I-C. Meramictic.
Meramictic is spelled M-E-R-O-M-I-C-T-I-C. Heriolation.
Can I have all the information?
Heriolation is from Latin. Heriolation is a noun. It means the act or process of deduction, guesswork. Sports handicappers often use heriolation to predict which of two evenly matched teams will win.
Are there any alternate pronunciations?
I have just the one, hariolation.
Hariolation. Hariolation. Hariolation.
That's correct.
Galleonic.
Galleonic. May I have all the information?
Galleonic is from a Latin name plus an English part. It's an adjective. It means marked by indifference or easygoing carelessness or irresponsibility. Randall's Latin teacher told him that his Galleonic attitude toward homework would negatively affect his grade.
Is the origin Greek?
It's from a Latin name plus an English part. Galleonic.
Galleonic. Gallyonic.
Galleonic is spelled Gallionic. Culpeo.
Culpeo. Can I have all the pronunciations?
I have just culpeo.
Can I have the language of origin?
It's a word that came to Spanish from Arakan.
Okay. Can I have the definition?
A South American mammal that was formerly considered a true dog, also any of several closely related species. Culpeo.
Okay. Culpeo. C-U-L-P-E-O. Culpeo.
That's correct.
Iliahi.
Can I have all information, please?
Iliahi is from Hawaiian. Iliahi is a noun, and Iliahi is a Hawaiian sandalwood tree yielding an aromatic wood. Kai bought a tiny box carved from the wood of an Iliahi to store trinkets and rings.
E-L-I-A-H-I.
Iliahi is spelled I-L-I-A-H-I.
We're going to go over the end of B procedure. There are 3 spellers left. Under the spelling bee rules, if all spellers spell correctly in the round, we proceed to the next round. If 2 spellers miss and 1 speller spells correctly, we go to a championship round of 1. During the championship round of 1, the remaining speller is given another word. If the speller spells that word correctly, that speller will be declared the champion. If the speller misspells that word, all 3 spellers who were in the bee before will go back in the original order. So all 3 of you in the previous round go back in, and we will continue the process until we have a champion.
Éboulement.
Can I have all the information?
Éboulement came from French, which formed it from a Latin word. Éboulement is a noun. Éboulement means a landslide. Illegal logging was blamed for the catastrophic éboulement.
Éboulement. E-B-O-U-L-E-M-E-N-T. Éboulement.
That's correct.
Ptolemaic.
Can I have all the information?
Ptolemaic is from a Greek name. Ptolemaic is an adjective. Ptolemaic means of or relating to the 2nd century geographer and astronomer Ptolemy of Alexandria, and especially to his belief that the earth is at the center of the universe, with the sun, moon, and planets revolving around it. Copernicus challenged the Ptolemaic view of the universe.
Is it from Greek?
Yes, it's from a Greek name.
Could you say the Greek name again?
I can read the definition. Of or relating to the 2nd century geographer and astronomer Ptolemy of Alexandria, and especially to his belief that the earth is at the center of the universe, with the sun, moon, and planets revolving around it.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Copernicus challenged the Ptolemaic view of the universe.
Ptolemaic. T-O-L-I-M-A-I-C, Ptolemaic.
Ptolemaic is spelled P-T-O-L-E-M-A-I-C. Calciphylaxis.
Calciphylaxis. Can I have all the pronunciations?
There's just the one. Calciphylaxis.
Can I have the definition?
Calciphylaxis means an adaptive response that follows systemic sensitization by a calcifying factor as a D vitamin and a challenge as with a metallic salt, and involves local inflammation and sclerosis with calcium deposition. Calciphylaxis.
Calciphylaxis. C-A-L-C-I-P-H-Y-L-A-X-I-S. Calciphylaxis.
That's correct.
Resveratrol.
Can I have all the information?
Resveratrol, resveratrol, resveratrol. So resveratrol, resveratrol, resveratrol. It's of unknown origin. It's a noun. It means a compound that is a trihydroxy trans form of stilbene found in some plants, fruits, and seeds, and especially in the skin of grapes and certain grape-derived products, as red wine, and that has been linked to a reduced risk of coronary disease and cancer. Resveratrol is the subject of intense study to determine its potential role in prolonging the human lifespan and in guarding against dementia, diabetes, and cancer.
Resveratrol. R-E-S-V-E-R-A-T-R-O-L. Resveratrol.
That's correct. Number 20.
Socius.
Socius. Can I have all the pronunciations?
Just the one. Socius.
Can I have the definition?
A socius is a coworker, a colleague.
Can I have the language of origin?
Latin.
Socius. S-O-C-I-U-S. Socius.
That's correct. So at this time, we will declare speller number 20 and speller 7 co-champions of the bee. Congratulations. Speller number 9, you're runner-up. You're all three going to Washington. Congratulations and good luck.
So we're going to turn this way so we can see your beautiful faces. Give me your name and where you go to school.
My name's Avishka and I go to Rogers Middle School.
And for you?
My name's Krish and I go to Capella Middle School East.
How do you feel?
Really good.
What was the hardest word? What was the toughest part of the regional bee today?
Probably Abelmont. Yeah.
For you, Krish, what are you most excited for going to the National Bee?
I'm just excited to meet our other great spellers and just spell more words.
We want to congratulate our co-champions and our 3 spellers who are headed to the National Spelling Bee. Give it up one more time for Avishka, Chris, and Benjamin. They will be headed to the Scripps National Bee, and we want to thank you all for joining us here from Studio A at WFAA for the 68th Annual Dallas Regional Spelling Bee. Let's give it up for them.